Santa with a swing and swing. Rock, rock, rock around the Christmas tree. Well, now rock, rock, rock around the Christmas tree. You gotta clap your hands and stomp your feet.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Sorry if I sound a little too loud. That might be. There we go. Oh, we got that out there. We're starting early. We got some nasty weather coming in. We're doing some weather reports for you drivers. I know some of you are getting ready to leave and head out and be able to hit the road here shortly. So we are trying to get ahead of the game, show you all what the weather's going on. We got some severe. There's tornadoes going on right now. There is also a whole bunch of weather mess. I'm fixing to pull up a live from Mr. Ryan Hall, which is doing some weather, and we're fixing to get hit hard here where I'm at. We are now getting, we're getting snow flurries, but they're saying that's supposed to last about 2 to 3 hours, and then it's going to turn into ice, and it's going to be solid ice. So we're going to get black ice is what's going on right now. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and jump into this weather real quick and get that going. I want to say thank you for everybody that's jumping in. Good afternoon. I know you guys are getting ready to head out and go to work. I know TC, he's going to be heading out here probably in the next hour. Brother, be safe. I want you to be safe. Michael, I know you're out there or you're fixing to head out too. Be careful, brother. You're getting some nasty ice storms up there where you're at. And we're going to be having go here and get going.
Winds. Temperatures are plummeting back here. And then we've also got an incredibly heavy snow falling at the same time. This is where likely some of the most impressive views are happening right now as far as snowfall goes. And there are a couple of storm chasers out there that we might throw from time to time. So keep your eyes out over here. This is going to last for a really good amount of time. The low pressure center isn't going to start rocketing off towards the east for a little while. So this heavy snow band right here just to the north and west of Topeka is going to sit there for a good while.
Yeah.
Cold Brew, thank you for the very generous super chat. Ryan, please bring back the warning count on stream. The warning count is still here. Warning count is still here. I just have to.
A tornado watch has been issued.
Yeah, guys. This is,
I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Hang on. Let me get this back over here.
So,
there you go.
yeah, we'll go back and forth between the weather intensity score and the warning count. Right now, we have one tornado warning. We have one severe thunderstorm warning, and we technically have 8 tornado watches. That's why that's been going so much. They're split up amongst a bunch of different warning areas, and it's really one tornado watch, but the way that the program interprets it, there's 8. Let me see if I can't find that really quickly. Oh, that's not it. That's not it.
Yeah. Give him a second. He's pulling it up.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. We'll turn the warning count back on right here in a moment.
Yep.
But I will also verbally update you. And a lot of you are asking in chat as well, like what even is the weather intensity score? It's just a count of how intense the weather is right now. So if we've got a lot of warnings, a lot of storm reports coming in, a lot of storm chasers out there, that number goes up. And if things are kind of cooling down a little bit, the number goes down. So 140 is actually really high. It's very active out there. And most of that is coming from our winter alerts, the blizzard warnings, the winter storm warnings, the ice storm warnings. The tornado warning right now is actually playing a very small role in that number overall.
And just to let you know, a lot of this is in.
Wow, somebody's got an awesome weather monitoring setup here. West Virginia weather now. This is crazy, man. Watching for the snow here in West Virginia.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Thanks for sending that in. And now we've got ourselves an update to the existing tornado warning. So they made it a little bit smaller here. Notice how they cut off the backside. So you are now in the clear in Hope and Perrytown. All right. So you guys are fine. The storm's past you, but the tornado warning is going to continue for Laneburg, Redland, and Bluff City.
And if you guys want to,
let's take a look at velocity here.
I will be
a couple different. This is in a pretty significant radar hole.
Yeah, I know, brother.
So there's a couple different angles we're going to have to look at it. But yeah, it's actually hard to see. If you live out here in southern portions of Arkansas, specifically around Hope, Camden, and that area, please contact your local people and let them know how important it is to you that you have radar coverage. There's people up here near Little Rock and Hot Springs that pay the exact same amount of taxes as you for this stuff, and they have better radar coverage. Their lives technically are more likely to be saved by meteorologists and warning systems and stuff because they are closer to that radar. That's not fair. You pay the same amount of taxes for it. So we need more funding for the National Weather Service so that they can put in more radar sites down here near Hope and Perrytown. This is, once again, we're only able to see kind of the tops of the storm right now, but it is very clear that we do have rotation. We have this supercellular storm here on that warm front, and it could be trying to produce a tornado as it goes towards Laneburg, Cumming Springs, and Redland in Arkansas. Take shelter now.
We'll do this real quick.
We'll have this big severe thunderstorm warning here.
Since he is live, he is doing this live. I'm putting it on pause for the moment. We got tornadoes and everything else that's going on. He's doing full reports. I got some, let's see. I had to back it up a little bit so y'all can see what was going on. But I'm going to jump in here and do it from here. But I am trying to do this for you guys. I know the conditions are bad. I've already gotten reports down in Florida that they're already having stuff. I've already seen videos and that already coming from friends over in Kansas. The roads are already iced. There's cars sliding everywhere. There's trucks going everywhere. They got road closures. There's parts of Missouri now that just come in that there is road closures in Missouri that are not going to be open. Just letting you know, especially like Justin. I know you're out there in Missouri, brother, like Gary Jones. Hey, I know you're out there. Just keeping an eye on the weather, man. It's getting pretty nasty, and it's going to hit my area pretty nasty here soon. In the next hour, it's actually coming in an hour sooner than what it's supposed to. But here, I'll go ahead and start this back up.
Snowtown for
All right, what's going on? There we go.
sure.
Sorry, there's messing with the internet too. Probably already getting some ice going on. Yeah.
Kira says, I'm a director at a station in Kansas City. Around 7:30 this morning, our tower got struck by lightning during thunder snow, and it's currently coming down fast. Yeah, I've seen quite a few videos of thunder snow.
The internet is giving me a bit because the weather's coming in. It's messing with the internet. I will be back up here again so we can so y'all can see the storm coverage. I'm trying to get this guys out here for you.
About four or five y'alls there in Frankfurt. Thank you so much for sending that in. It looks like you're having a great time in the snow. If you want to send your report, do that on Twitter or over on our email address, pics@ryanhallyall.com.
Yeah, it really is, Renee. It's getting pretty weird, pretty nasty out there. And this is down south.
And chat's going plumb wild.
Yeah.
What's the info on Maryland? What's the info on Maryland with this snow? Do you guys want me to talk about Maryland very quickly? How many Maryland people do we have? Let me know. I'm going to talk about it anyways. Here we go. Let's talk about Maryland real quick. So right now, there's no snow in Maryland. You guys are just dealing with the cold air that's set up out in front of the big snow band that's coming in. It'll likely start later this afternoon and evening. And it looks to me like you guys are going to be in for a decent amount of snow. Let me show you the future radar thing that I've been showing everybody here. So snow will likely start around DC around 10 p.m. It'll overtake the vast majority of Maryland by midnight. Heavy snow will really get going around 3 a.m. And this looks like for most of Maryland, except for maybe around the peninsula, there's going to be an area that will receive some rain. But the vast majority of Maryland is going to be all snow for the duration of this event. And it does look like there's going to be potentially from about
So all you guys
3 a.m. till
part of South
10 a.m. Tomorrow, we're going to have heavy snow for that whole time, and then another burst of snow likely around
yeah, we're going to end up with getting
snow totals for the Maryland area. Honestly, I could see it being a little bit higher than this, but right now around DC, we're talking about 6 to 8 inches. In the higher elevations over there on the panhandle of Maryland, we're talking about closer to 10 inches. Pretty much all of Maryland, though, it has the potential to see about 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, let me put the link in the chat so y'all, if anybody wants to come on and join, you can. Putting the link in there. There you go. It'll be at the top of the chat.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
Here's another Yalameter. This is coming to us from Scott in Manhattan, Kansas. That's a lot of snow. I don't know if we're looking at a drift there. Like, remember, in Kansas, we've got a blizzard right now. So we've got blowing and drifting snow. But in that spot where Scott is, looks like about what is that? About a foot. Thank you for sending that in, Scott. Thank you so much. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning just came in with a tornado possible tag. This is going to be for Magnolia, Spring Hill, all the way down to Benton, Arkansas, or Benton, Louisiana, but this does include a lot of Arkansas.
Yeah.
60-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible on this one.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get this, guys.
And let me inspect.
Sit out here.
There's a couple more interesting areas of rotation in here, but it's still nothing that would likely produce a tornado warning very soon. But still, interesting stuff right in here. Watch out in Magnolia. Very strong storm coming in. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Ryan, I think the reason that is tornado possible is it looks like there's more of a embedded supercell trying to take shape in Bradley. It still needs a lot of time to sort of figure itself out and see if it's going to be able to do something, but that's where my eye is right now.
Thank you so much, Riley. So yeah, if you guys are just now tuning in, we're watching these storms very closely in Louisiana and Arkansas right now because we've got a pretty good set up, honestly, for tornadoes today. Unfortunately, I want nothing more than for a fun snow only stream. But today we've got the dangerous ice to talk about and also a potential tornado outbreak. So we're going to be locked in here for quite some time. We've currently been streaming now for an hour and 15 minutes. It is 12:30 on the East Coast. It's 11:26 Central. We're going to be here for
I'm running.
at least 11 hours more or something like that. So buckle in, and I'm going to see if there's anything that I can get y'all about to talk about while I go get myself something to drink really quick.
And I'll go
What do
ahead
you guys
and
want?
the live reporting right now.
Snow, or actually, it's been a second since we've talked about the tornado watch, so I'm going to let it talk to you about this tornado watch. Maybe a trace of snow on Monday, potentially. Not snowing yet in Bowling Green. Yeah, it'll be a little bit. You're mostly going to get rain in Bowling Green. Okay. I think there's a chance that we get a trace of snow down there, but most of the accumulation is going to be to your north. There's going to be a pretty sharp cutoff between 6 inches of snow and 3, and then 3 and nothing. That 6 inch to 3 inch cutoffs is going to be around the Elizabethtown area, and the 3 inch to nothing just north of Bowling Green is where you start getting nothing. How are you feeling? I'm feeling much better today. No longer sick. So yeah, we're recovering slowly but surely.
Yeah. So he was just on there a little while ago showing Wise, Virginia, which is not far from me. They already got 2.5 to 3 inches already of snow there, and it's starting to come down as freezing rain. So, which is going to mean
here's a report, a Yalameter report from Wayne City, Illinois. 3 inches of snow there.
Sorry about that, brother. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Who's going to be the first one outside of Missouri and Kansas that has a 10-inch total?
Wow.
Anybody want to
10 inches?
Anybody want to guess? I'm going to say, honestly, I'm going to say it's somewhere in northern Kentucky at this rate.
Which one do y'all think it is? 10 inches northern Kentucky? Because I know we're fixing to get hit.
For once, it's an event I'm actually concerned about. How bad is South Central Pennsylvania going to be tonight? South Central Pennsylvania, not one of the areas where we are looking at some of the worst conditions. I think in South Central Pennsylvania, you are going to be looking at maybe some snow. Depends on how far south you are, but most of Pennsylvania is not going to be getting much snow at all. The vast majority of the snow totals are going to be reserved for your neighbors to the south there in Maryland, where a good 6 inches of snow is going to be possible. Still looking at close to 10 inches of snow around Cincinnati, also just south of Indianapolis. Close to 10 inches of snow as well. Still, though, just like we originally thought, the heaviest totals are going to be reserved back here from Kansas into Missouri. Some places back here are still expected to get, over 15 inches in northeast Kansas. St. Louis, it really just depends on how much dry air and rain we see, but still about 6 inches looks possible. I'm really happy with our forecast. I think, some of these models were showing outrageous numbers, 18 inches, 20 inches a couple days ago. We didn't show those. We stuck with the reality, the realistic numbers, and it looks like that's what's actually coming to fruition here. Still a shutdown snowstorm for a lot of people, though, if you get over 10 inches of snow too quickly.
Yeah, because they have parts of Missouri shut down right now. There's 2 interstates now.
And we've got an update. The lights are white. So we've got an update, I believe, from Hull Force One. Go ahead, Caleb.
Hey, how's it going, Ryan? I am just actually outside of the St. Louis Metro here, and I want to give you guys a quick update on what's going on around here. So road conditions are actually rapidly deteriorating. And it's a pretty consistent cycle. The plows will come out and clear the roads, and then within 10-15 minutes, they'll be right back to that exact same state that they were right before they plowed. St. Louis is in that weird zone where it's pretty consistently switching from ice to snow. So we're going back and forth, and we're seeing a lot of that. So what's actually happening is the roadways will get cleared by the plows, and then it'll have ice fall directly on top of it, and then we'll get snow to cover all that ice. So the roads might not seem slippery when you first walk out on them because it's covered in snow, but as soon as you start to drive, it's game over. There's people sliding around like it's a complete ice rink on the interstate right now. So I've actually pulled myself off of the interstate just for a little bit until I see the plows go back by, and then we'll head back out on the road.
All right. Thank you so much, Caleb, and keep us updated. Anytime you got anything at all, chime in.
As you all
We love hearing from you.
Missouri.
All right, so that's Storm Chaser Caleb Beecham out there in Hall Force 1. Giving us a live look at what's going on around, some of the harder hit areas by snow. A lot of you guys are asking for more specifics on snow totals. I've got that for you here. Once again, most of the snow back here towards Salina, Abilene, Manhattan, Kansas, still expecting 15 inches. Just north of St. Louis, there's a couple of areas that can expect 15 inches near Hannibal, Quincy. And then over here in Caleb's area where he's hanging out, we expect maybe close to 11 inches by the time this is all said and done. Bloomington, Indiana, we're talking about 10 inches of snow. Cincinnati, 10 inches. Dayton, probably closer to 8. Chillicothe, 11. Charleston, West Virginia, probably closer to 5 or 6. Some more big totals over here in the higher elevations of West Virginia and Maryland. About 13 inches is possible. The closer you get to Mountain Lake Park. Washington, D.C., 7 inches is possible. Hagerstown, 8 inches. So yeah, this is the legit forecast. This is not just a model. This is like what the actual National Weather Service forecast is right now. So it's on the lower end of some of the numbers that you've seen, but it's realistic. That's what we want. We don't want, I guess whenever they asked me, they whenever you become a weather person, you have to fill out this form, and it's like, do you want to be a part of the bread and milk lobby where you get like a share of the bread and milk sales if you hype up snowstorms enough? And I said no. Okay, I signed off no on that one, and maybe I should have took it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Louisville looks like it might be a place that ends up overperforming a little bit, as the forecast is for 8 inches, and I think we're getting over 6 inches there already.
Yeah, and it's getting nasty as the further it comes east. Like I said, I got family in Charleston, and they've already said it's icy.
So yeah, I'll hit back on this in a little bit, but let's check back in on our severe weather situation. I'm going to refresh this. We'll look at each severe warning one by one. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning for how do you say that? Y'all, you still there?
Absolutely. I'm still here. If there's anything more you'd like to...
There's a county in Arkansas near Calhoun County called Ouachita. Ouachita? How do you say that like a local? Is it Ouachita?
The county you're referring to is pronounced Washita, like wash, as in the action, and Ita. It's Washita County, and that pronunciation is common in Arkansas.
Okay.
If you're ever in doubt, just remember it's Washita.
All right. Thank you, Yobot. Okay. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Down here near Stevens and Camden, we got a severe thunderstorm warning.
And this is
60 mile per hour winds are possible. And we also have a severe thunderstorm warning a little bit outside of that as well. We've got some strong winds coming into Spring Hill. We've got some really strong winds coming into Greenwood. But something that we have to start looking out for is the tornado potential. And you see how the forward flank of this storm is starting to like veer out in front of the base. And it kind of just looks to me like this one's trying to suck in some new air into its base, which might allow it to rotate. We've got a slight indication of some rotation here, but nothing crazy just yet. So we're going to be watching that extremely closely as we go forward. Additionally, we have, several other storms that we're watching. There's a chance that we have, several supercells that try to produce tornadoes out here over the next couple of hours. Right now, nothing imminent, but definitely a lot of options. Wow, this is looking like it might be a pretty significant tornado day if it keeps coming together like this. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Ryan, I'm looking to the west of the Shreveport radar right now at a couplet near Lee. It's not overly concerning, but this is something that could warrant a tornado warning in the next few minutes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Riley. He's talking about this right here near Lotta, southwest of Latex. If the National Weather Service grows suspicious enough of this to issue a warning, it would likely include Latex and Ship. Let me test something out. I wonder if our y'all watches are working. I need to test this. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, it's not working yet. But that's something cool that's coming soon. But we just got a new severe, or an update to our severe thunderstorm warning up here, which still has the tornado possible tag. Okay, so get ready, even in Spring Hill and Magnolia, for potential rotation. There it is. There's our y'all watch. So you guys see the white outlined area. This is something new that we're going to start doing with Andy, where he's going to be able to issue these y'all watches so that we know which areas to watch out for before tornado warnings are even issued. And technically, this one was issued by Riley here. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Ryan, yeah, I actually want to talk about that y'all watch one more time, and I want to draw your attention to tilt number 2. I think we're dealing with a little bit of contamination on the tilt 1, but tilt 2 is starting to look pretty concerning.
Okay, thank you, Riley. So the radar scans come in at different tilts. Radar inside of the big, you've seen the big golf balls. You drive them down the interstate, you see a National Weather Service big radar tower next to it. They scan at different elevations, so we can see at different heights around the radar. And that allows us to understand what's happening. A lot of times when it comes to tornadoes, we're concerned about what happens at the surface, but also during tornado genesis, right before a tornado actually forms, it's important to look up a little bit higher as well. But overall, what we're talking about here is a concerning area of rotation near Lotta right now, moving towards Ship, Blanchard, and Indian Hills estates. Okay, y'all get ready. Y'all watch out. Check this.
That should make it a lot easier for you all to see. Sorry about that. I should have done that earlier.
And also, we got them both on lock here. We're watching the radar like a hawk, and we are watching the storms come together. I think there's going to be a moment here where we have to go completely into tornado mode. So I'm trying my best to get as much snow coverage in as possible here. I know that's probably why a lot of you are here right now. My gosh, it's still coming down good.
Yeah, look at
here at the Weather House, man. Those are some big snowflakes too. All right. Here is a submission from Max. Max is a huge fan. And this is from St. Louis
shorts.
or near St. Louis, I guess. This is probably a little bit earlier. But yeah, thank you, Max, for sending this in. I love it. I love everything about it. Future meteorologist. So yeah, keep those reports coming in. Let us know what it's doing in your neck of the woods.
You look in the middle of the
And you can do that by sending in a photo. Obviously, we're doing our our contest today, but you can just send a text report as well in the chat. That's what the chat's for.
Yeah, the person.
Hunter Hurley just sent me this. This is how deep the snow is over there in Missouri on our bobblehead box. This is how Hunter measures the snow. He doesn't use a yaw meter or a ruler. He uses the Ryan Hall Y'all bobblehead box.
As you can see, the second screen down, the one just above the map, we've already got trucks sitting on the side of the road. If the conditions
those huge
bad,
snowflakes look like someone is dropping
get
fish food. Yeah, I'm telling you that it's huge.
Traffic jam, please.
Giant snowflakes here in eastern Kentucky, and this is what the radar looks like for us. So you can see what's going on here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a full-on winter wonderland out there.
He says it's insane.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
All right, folks.
It's still all snow in Frankfort, Kentucky. Okay, good. So what about Elizabethtown? Do we have anybody in Elizabethtown or Owensboro that can tell us? I'm assuming it's probably switched over to at least sleet in those areas.
Sorry about the phone. I got people calling like crazy.
Okay, this is another Yolometer from Emma.
I understand, Michael.
My name is Emma. I'm 7 years old from Prospect, Kentucky. I just measured the snow here with my Yolometer. Thanks for your love of weather. I watch you with my mom and dad. That is awesome. Thank you for sending this in. This is once again from around Prospect, Kentucky. They've got about 4 inches more on the way. Thank you, Emma. What the heck is Caleb doing out there?
Wow.
This by the way, this is Storm Chaser Caleb Beecham himself, the pilot of Hull Force One, getting captivating footage right now of something. I'm sure we'll see it sooner than later. Angie, we'll be looking forward to him. Let's see here. Darla says, where do we send Yolometer pics? You can send them at pics@ryanhallyall.com or Twitter. Twitter works too. Will y'all be talking about the other system this weekend? So yes, we probably won't talk about it a lot today because it's still a little bit far out, and I don't want to, with winter storms, they really don't exist until you're 3 or 4 days out. Like, I can sit here and tell you about like what all the models are showing right now, but it's going to change so much. I don't.
All right. The internet's messing up again. Come on. Wow.
Like talking about it until I'm really
Like I said, internet's drumming in and out, in and out. Looks like some of the roads are moving pretty good. Pretty decent.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Uh-oh. Another tornado warning. Let's see where that one's at. Looks like I-20 is running pretty smoothly.
Was that still loud?
Luke Hampton.
Or was that better?
Indiana. You can see it's running full snow.
Bruh.
Missouri.
All right, I'm turning it down some more.
There.
Next time it happens, tell me if it was too quiet.
Then you got I-20 in Jackson. Looks like camera 226.
Remember, we do want it to be a little loud.
There goes a tow truck there. And
like we ain't trying to keep
Missouri.
it quiet, you know.
Indiana's got what is it, Decatur County, Indiana. It looks like it's white covered. Don't even look like a plow has even hit on it. Yep, around Magnolia, Camden. Yeah, you can see where the weather storms are hitting. And it's getting tornado warnings like crazy down there in the south part of it. In between, they had earlier, they were doing Louisiana, Mississippi, they were getting hit with it too. They had tornado warnings down there. Now it's further up. Now it's showing Camden and Bearden. But I'm trying to get this out there for you guys so you guys have it so you know what to prepare for tonight if you guys are leaving out today. I'd say it would be smart to
All
leave
right,
out
Bulls.
tomorrow.
I tell you what, I was about to starve to death. But we solved that problem. And now we're good to go.
Then you got station.
Hey, there's a y'all meter at home somewhere. Me and Echo had one out the other day. Speaking of Echo, it is still snowing here at the Weather House, and my son Echo is out playing in it. He's so excited, hoping that there was going to be enough to make a snowman. I don't know if we've got that much yet, but I'm pulling for it. I'm hoping that we get it. It looks like we're up to a couple inches now.
Yeah, it looks like there's quite a bit of snow there. He makes good, decent snowman. Little one.
Yeah, we've got two going on 3. That's what it looks like here at the Weather House.
Yeah, it looks like 3 inches of snow. From looking at the bottom.
And here's a live look. So it looks like the snow is less heavy now. So we might be warming up enough to where some sleet and rain is going to start mixing in here soon if it hasn't already.
That's in Pikeville, Kentucky. That's a lot of snow.
All right, here is a mesoscale discussion. We've got some increase in tornado potential over the next 1 to 3 hours, and that's going to be for our cells that we're watching that are popping up out in front of the line. One of those is currently producing a tornado warning. This is moving up towards Monroe. But the rotation on it doesn't look as impressive as it did earlier. So that's good news.
That's all for Arkansas County, Bradley, Calhoun,
Big new
Cleveland,
severe thunderstorm warning here.
Dallas, Lincoln.
This one's up here for Washita, Lincoln,
Oh,
Dallas, Cleveland, Calhoun, and Bradley counties in Arkansas.
in Lincoln.
60-mile-per-hour winds coming into Fordyce, Warren, Smackover. Get ready if you're near the Frizzle Landing Strip, the Arkansas Law Enforcement Training Academy, or even the Ham Moses Park. It's coming. And back to the snow view. Heaviest snow now moving out of places like Lexington, Kentucky, and towards Huntington, Maysville, Cincinnati. Heavier snow is also working towards Indianapolis, but you guys have really been overshadowed by some dry air here. Looks like we might have somebody stuck here in front of Luke in Decatur County, Indiana. I'm surprised we haven't seen more imagery like this from Caleb and some of these other guys that we've got out there. But yeah, so far, some of the highest totals that we've seen as far as snow goes are coming from Kentucky. How about you now in Lexington? Is it still all snow in Lexington, Kentucky?
This is in Decatur County, Indiana.
Still? Okay. Well, good. Because it is at some point going to turn into some sleet and some ice.
Tornado warnings for Jackson County, Louisiana, Ottawa County, Louisiana.
Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Ryan, there's a storm chaser on that storm. This tornado warned right now. Unfortunately, we can't show their feed, but it is not producing as of now. There is quite the lowering on it, so it could produce soon. We're starting to get a little bit far away from the radar. It'd be amazing if they could turn on KULM, but they're not going to. So we're going to be switching over to ground truth here pretty soon. So it's going to be interesting to see what this thing does.
Thank you, Riley. Two of our most interesting storms right now are down here in Louisiana. One of them's got a tornado warning on it. It'll expire in about 17 minutes. The rotation that prompted the warning is really not there anymore for the most part.
Like I said, PA has already issued Tier 2 restrictions starting tonight. So everybody knows PA has already issued Tier 2 restrictions starting tonight.
No snow yet still in Dayton, Ohio. It's coming. I promise. It's coming.
And I want to say, give a like, a thumbs up, subscribe. It's all free if you want for Left Lane with Lefty. I appreciate everybody coming in and viewing what I got going on. And I do appreciate it. And if you guys get a chance, go over to Ryan Hall at Y'all on YouTube. He's on YouTube, Instagram, and a few others. Go there and give him a like, give him a follow. He does a lot of excellent, good work on the weather, and he's always on top of it. here at Left Lane with Lefty, we do have a couple of guys that do run independent storm chasers that we do have. If you go on my main page on Facebook, you'll actually go on there and you'll see there's a couple of them that we do have that post on there daily about quite a bit of the storms. And one of them's out right now. I guarantee you is chasing right now.
Okay, let's go through everything again from the top, just to make sure we're all on the same page here and we are all up to date with what's going on. We've been streaming now for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Just took a quick break to eat lunch, and now we're going to get back into it. This is a good moment to remind everybody that now is a good time to please consider sharing the stream. All right, we've got our audio issues figured out. We've got, a lot of stuff figured out, and we're going to be able to just kind of focus on relaying information.
It looks like the stream is slowing down, or it's mine
now. So please, if you know anybody out there in any of the blizzard or winter storm warnings that's looking for information, send them this link, put it out there on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. Or also, and probably more importantly, at least for the short term, if you know anybody out here in Arkansas, Texas, or Louisiana in the tornado watch, please let them know that we are going to be providing coverage on the potential tornado outbreak as well. Storm chasers we're going to have out there. We've obviously got really fast alerts coming in, and we are going to be relaying all of this 100% for free and commercial free for the rest of today. All right, let's get some more throat coat, and we're locking in.
Michael says, according to the PennDOT officials, due to incoming weather,
can't forget the liquid IV.
Tier 2 restrictions are expected to implemented beginning at 5 p.m.
And let's start
in the western
talking about the snow
and moving.
Now, this is a live look from Luke Hatton out there. I believe he's helping somebody out. Somebody looks stuck out here. This is near Indianapolis, so we've got some stuff going on. We've got our eye on Luke. These are some of the road conditions. He's going to get back on the road here soon, but this is our only live feed really from central Indiana because we don't have the live traffic cameras out there like we do for Missouri, which, by the way, this is what it looks like out there near Cameron, Missouri. Thankfully, not a lot of people out on the roads. And also it looks like the road clearing is working for the most part, but
yeah, I did see a wrecker in a semi back coming through just a few minutes ago there. Missouri.
Things are still looking quite, rough out there right now near Cameron, Missouri. It's only going to get worse too. This is a live look right now from up here at the Weather House, looking down into the valley near Coal Run, Pikeville, Kentucky. Definitely seeing a little bit more sleet and rain mixing in with our snow here, and that's going to become the story across central Kentucky as we go over the next few hours. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Ryan, I'm looking to the southwest of that tornado warning. Looking from KPOE now, there is a couplet on that storm. It does not look like it is going to get a tornado warning right now. However, that's so high up and it is spinning, so I do think we could get a warning in the near future.
Thank you, Riley. He's watching this storm to the east of Jonesboro, Louisiana. Both of these storms, one of them has a tornado warning, the other one doesn't. But both of these storms are moving in the general direction of Monroe, Louisiana. So you guys should be watching out. I'm going to come back to severe storms and our tornado warning here in just a moment. Let's continue talking about the snow. As we had a really heavy band of snow just moved through here in Pikeville that dropped a quick 2 inches of snow. That's now moving into places like Logan, Madison, and Huntington. And guys, it's slow. When I started,
did he freeze up on us? Yep. Yeah, he must be getting hit with some hard.
This live stream 2.5 hours ago, I was saying the same thing. It's
yeah, they're getting hit with some. Yeah, their internet's running slow. Yeah, it's actually on theirs. Yeah. Let's see if we can pull it all the way in. Yeah, they're maxed out. It's their end. Yeah. I'll pull it out for a minute. Yeah. So, Michael sat there and sent me right in West Virginia State Line at exit 57, 976 PA Turnpike, which is all tier 2. 579 West Virginia State Line, West Virginia State Line at exit 57 to I-76 PA Turnpike. Full length is I-279, full length of it. I-76, exit 36, right to exit 85 and 36 Pennsylvania Turnpike. I-579, full length, starting Sunday, January PM. The other one is, let's see, PA Turnpike, full length, 43. PA Turnpike 66, full length. PA Turnpike 576. 976 Turnpike, exit 28, which is Cranberry to exit 163 or 161 Breezewood. Those parts of the turnpike are full shutdown. Those start Monday, January on Monday at 12 a.m. Tier 2, I-81 Maryland State Line to exit 89, I-78. I-83 full length. I-76 Turnpike, 161 Breezewood to exit 247 East. Please stay tuned. If the weather conditions change, restrictions may change as well. Updated by be posted to 511 PA. So if you guys want to know more on the updates, go to your regular news channel on your AM station 511 PA, or go to your phone. You can look it up. It'll give you more information. We're going to go back to the weather.
LSU Health, and also the EB Williams Hill Elementary Laboratory. If you know what I'm talking about, that's around where the heaviest part of the storm is right now, and that's where we expect it to continue to move east towards Minden. Additionally, we've got a huge severe thunderstorm warning up here for Cleveland and Lincoln counties in Arkansas. This is moving over towards Fordyce and Warren. The Hampton Municipal Airport and the Thompson C. Bunsen Elementary School are some of the places that are in the path. Ham Moses Park is also in line to receive maybe some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Last but not least, we've got a severe thunderstorm moving into El Dorado, Arkansas as well. And then on top of that, we're just watching all of these other storms as they are trying to spin and produce tornadoes between right now, honestly, and about 4 p.m. Eastern. So the next 3 hours, we expect a few potential tornadic situations starting to develop. So make sure you are ready and prepared if you're anywhere in the tornado watch. And this is what the tornado watch looks like. Hey, huge shout out to Thomas. Thanks for the very generous super chat. Thomas says, I have a close friend in Evansville, Indiana. What's it look like for him? Well, right now in Evansville, Indiana, it looks like mostly mixed precipitation. And this is one of the areas where if we get freezing rain tonight, this is going to be one of the places that receives an ice storm, essentially. I'm definitely concerned about the potential for power outages in Evansville. Same thing for you guys in Owensboro, down there towards Carbondale and Harrisburg. This looks like a pretty serious situation that's unfolding. So keep with us. And we'll keep you updated. Robert says that he's northwest of St. Louis and he's getting heavy snow. So that's good. It looks like this part.
All right. I'm going to put in a quick commercial, everybody.
The storm is still snow, even though we are starting to see some of the warmer air work in, especially near the surface. And I think we can also confirm that with Storm Chaser Caleb Beecham and Hall Force 1. This is a live look from him. He's going down Interstate 55 right now, just to the north and east of St. Louis. And it also looks like all snow there. So conditions are going to continue to deteriorate around St. Louis up towards Taylorville, Effingham, as this is a very heavy band of snow that's developing as well. So we really have three main areas to watch. The first one's over here. The second one is this heavy snow that's developing near St. Louis. And then we obviously we have our blizzard going on back here near Kansas City. So our radar colors are a little bit warmer than what they probably should be. I'd say for our cameras, we could probably go back to all snow until we get another tornado warning. By the way, Storm Chaser Brad Arnold is out there, and he's going to be giving us a live view of some severe weather as it gets closer to him. Yeah, it's a very big storm, that's for sure. Here's another big coming in from Kentucky. This is Braxton from Georgetown, Kentucky. It looks like about 5 inches, 5 y'alls of snow there. Thank you so much for sending that in, Braxton.
Yeah, LaGrange, Kentucky is covered in snow. Warren County, Ohio, snow.
I'm not able to pull that one into the browser.
Kansas City, Kansas. The road conditions are getting really bad. They ain't got no plows running and assault running.
Jessica says, I'm in the pink where it's snowing in Sedalia, Missouri. Will it snow in Huntsville, Alabama tomorrow? Yes, there's a
tornado watch has been issued
in Huntsville, Alabama tomorrow, but it's going to be a quick shot of snow. It's not going to be much.
Lynchfield, Illinois, looks like the road conditions are pretty decent. Looks like it's a one-lane though. It looks like they got
one more. Quick hitting, that's for sure. Hey, Dave Sandlin, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. Everybody say shout out to Dave.
Missouri, still the same.
Dylan, Powell County, Kentucky, Red River Gorge is still snow. Well, good. What about Lexington? I know a bunch of you have told me about Lexington already, but are we still all snow in Lexington for the most part?
Yeah, Louisville's about 4.5 hours, close to 5 for me. Because I have to run through Lexington and then down. Supposed to be going to Castlewood tomorrow, but I don't see that happening. Depends on how bad.
Still all snow in Louisville and Lexington, it seems. Here's where we got some ice showing up. Sarah's got the Yalometer measures several icicles and 1 yaw of sleet in Jefferson City, Missouri. So yeah, Jefferson City, this is an area where we saw some snow earlier today and some sleet, but now it looks like this is mostly freezing rain.
Yeah, which will cause it to have
Thank you for sending that in.
like ice conditions tonight. If it's still got
Andrew says, shout out from Cartersville, Missouri. We lucked out.
over there.
I don't know. I think that
the road crews are out.
I think that you guys are calling it a done deal a little bit too soon here, but definitely, I guess it could be worse in a couple of these areas. I still think that based off of everything that I'm seeing, we've got a pretty good ice storm underway right in this area. So, but the good news is that a lot of this is all snow right now. So it's going to be a thin zone that actually ends up being freezing rain. And hopefully even that ends up being more sleet than the freezing rain.
Second camera on the top. They got one side plowed, the other side is not. It's actually powdered. And you got people flying through there too. Yeah, they only got one side, one lane plowed.
All right, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado possible on this one as well. 60-mile-an-hour winds and small hail. Down here in Webster, Bossier, Bineville, and Claiborne parishes in Louisiana. This is around Mendon. Get ready in Gibbsland for 60-mile-per-hour winds and some small hail.
Give a shout out to Glenn Clay.
Dave Sandlin.
You're down there and
forgot to add a message on that last one, so I'll just have to do it again. The freezing rain get to Nieva, Indiana. We're about 30 minutes south of Indy. So yeah, I think there's going to be a brief period tonight where the freezing rain could make it that.
Over there by Cotton Valley. Internet's running slow. I don't know. Y'all seeing any lag on mine?
However, I think that you're definitely going to be mostly snow for the duration of this event.
Hey, Ryan, when you have a second.
Got one on the road.
Yeah, go ahead.
Got to be on their end because I can't hear.
Can you hear me? That was Caleb. I don't know if he can hear me coming through or not.
Yeah, Ryan, I just wanted to give you a quick update from my location here on I-55. I'm still heading northbound towards the Springfield area, and within the last 5 minutes or so, we've seen conditions rapidly deteriorate. Switching from that initial sleet and ice that we were seeing to now where we only have visibility for probably 30 to 50 yards in front of the truck, where before we could see for probably a mile. So snow is continuing to fall here pretty significantly, and we're also seeing the wind pick up, which is creating fairly large drifts on the road. So if you're out traveling, it's something to definitely look out for.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Thank
you. I really do.
Caleb, definitely looking a lot more impressive there now in Illinois. And this is the type of snow that's also moving towards you in Indianapolis. If you haven't seen it get this, I guess, intense yet, it is coming. Don't worry.
All right, guys, I'm going to bump off of here.
So right here is where Caleb is right now.
I'll probably be back on later if I still have internet, because we're fixing to start getting ice through here.
Fisherman's Corner. Thanks for the 5 gifted. Here's a Yalometer and a frown.
Be back later on, guys.
From Rita, watching in Athens, Alabama. No snow there, but probably some rain tonight and some cooler temperature tomorrow. But hey, this still counts. This still counts. We're going to add you in. There's a chance that you win our contest at the end of the night.
Well, let's see what we got for messages. Yeah, stay warm. Yeah, you need to stay warm. Try to stay warm. They're having internet issues because they're getting hit with that ice storm and snow there in Kentucky.
Hey, if you got a Yolometer,
It's a couple hours.
if you've got a mud pile
Running into it too.
to measure, go measure something.
So, we'll shoot out real quick.
Supporting cast says I'm in northwestern.
We're the last of the cowboys, the giddy up go boys. 18 wheels on the concrete, it's slowing down the reed, rolling like Jesse James, the modern day outlaw game. If you're out here riding with me, come on back and make some noise. We're the last of the cowboys.